My grandfather once said, "She's so rich, so successful, brimming with knowledge. She sustains her family, and not vice versa. I would like you to be her." What say? I asked, "Does everybody love her?" He thought for a moment and said, "Well, I guess so. At least her parents, her husband, and kids do." I immediately replied, "Well then, I don't want to be her. I want to be loved by all, get noticed by all, and then be what all you said she is." Dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening.
Good evening.
My mother was married young and completed her studies post-marriage. So we stayed with our grandmom in Bihar, in Darbhanga, which is in Bihar, and we would go to Ranchi to see my father frequently because he was posted there then. Now, the ancestors of my grandparents were zamindars, and we had vast stretches of land owned by us, including 2 villages. But after the 1950 Zamindari Abolition Act, the villages were gone. Nevertheless, the villagers remained indebted to my grandfather and would come see him in the need of the hour. Now this is where I started getting noticed. So these villagers would take some time, and it would take a couple of days to travel, and they would have to sleep on the porch. Now I did not like to see anyone sleep, be it the villagers or my parents. So I would go fetch the highest heels and hit all of them until they were wide awake. But I lost this habit once I tried to hit my cousin and he hit me back. I would also not like if my grandmom fed any other of my cousins, and I would throw at her the sharpest of the utensils and she would have to duck. Also, when my father tried to pick me up one day, I hit him first with a bunch of keys and then with a broomstick. The only person to not have been hit by me is my mother. Looking at the series of the events, one of the villagers mustered a lot of courage, went up to my mom and said, "Madam, please don't mind, but I think from the way your daughter is right now, she might turn into a terrorist." Well, that didn't happen. I grew up just fine. I grew up with the hunting stories of my grandfather across Darjeeling, the mythological stories that I listened to in awe, learning different shrubs, plants, herbs they had in the orchards, and also was forced to learn shlokas and sing despite the not so good voice among all the cousins. Now when I was 5 and a half, my sister was born, and people feared she might be as disastrous as I was, but she wasn't. The fat kid she was, I had fun playing with her. As we grew up, we bonded better. My dad works in a bank, right now posted in Bombay. We've shifted a lot of places, not as many as an army official would, but as many to study at 7 different schools in 6 different cities. Most of my life was spent in Calcutta, about 7.5 years. And I was a shy kid, not the terrorist child that I was, but nothing extraordinary. This is where I developed a profound interest in applied sciences. But what was extraordinary was what happened on an afternoon. That particular afternoon, I was walking back home beside a park, and I saw 2 cows running behind me with all the energy they had. Now, the thing is, people are scared of heights, lizards, cockroaches, but I'm scared of cows. And as I was running, and then I started running with all the energy I had. Now I'm running, the cows are running behind me, and I look back, they're still running behind me. There comes a point when I can feel their breath on my back. And then the next moment, they ran past me. After my 10th, I moved to Bombay, and after 2 years of never attending junior college, I went on to Manipal Institute of Technology to study chemical engineering. Now this is where I got polished, my ideologies changed. This is where I started taking interest in other fields such as psychology, mind tricks, politics, geography, and also strengthened my existing interest in world history and wars. This is where I understood that I had a passion for social work, and I went on from teaching in underprivileged children to taking rainwater harvesting proposals to bringing kids back to school. I became much closer to my parents, staying away from them. they changed from saying, Richa, don't do this, don't do that, that once I thought that probably my name is Richa, don't. But then, whatever you think is right. And how my sister would look up to me to get permission from dad for late night parties. I also overcame my fears, started trying something new, wanted to do it better than others, but most importantly, better than I had previously done it. So I finally learned swimming, which I learned at 19, and I'd started at 13 and left in between. But this is not enough, I feel. I believe there's like a lot to learn, a lot to improvise on. This is why I'm here. I want to learn, I want to correct, and get noticed. And I'd like to end with this quote that I believe in. It is not what life takes away from you that counts. It's what you make of what is left with you.